Hi, folks. I am joined today I'm here with Allison O'Shea, and I know that I've got a lot of dulcimer students, and I probably shouldn't say this, but this is my star dulcimer student. Most of my star dulcimer students know that this is my A+ star student, right? So I've asked her to come and help me show you both parts of Stand By Me at the same time. Now, before we get started, I want us to go to page 2, line number 10, and look at what I've done down here. We're going to grab that B minor, what we're using for a B minor, as a 5 and a 3, 5 on our bass, okay? And then the very next measure, we've got the opposite, like this, 3-5, all right? So the best way to get out of that and into the next shape, I've personally found, is we use our index finger on the 5, ring finger on the 3, and then when I grab that 4, I'm going to grab it with my index, so then my index just slides up to that 5, and my other finger can take over for the 3. Does that make sense? Let me do it real slow. Measure 10, so 5 and 3, and then the 0-4 with my index slides, and then my index can just slide right back down, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2. Yeah, but then you have to tell your right hand to do the right job, right? It's not, I should have you doing this, not me. Okay, one more time. Give me one more chance, just one more chance. That's all I'm asking for. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2, 3, 4, and okay. That's kind of tricky there. So I would show you if I didn't have this all stacked up on my music stand the way I want to keep it. I've circled both of those measures, like I always tell you guys to do, with a highlighter, and then I've drawn with a red marker a big letter I and an arrow down to that 4. Now I've done that. Will I play it that way in a pinch? Let's see what happens. Okay, so we're going to turn the metronome on. It looks to me like I've got the metronome set at about 96. And I've tasked Allison with the job of playing that boring bass part over and over and over again. Now remember, you learned this bass part last week with me on the first video I did of this, teaching you the separate parts. And there's a lot of syncopation. Let's play that bass part together real quick. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Did you tune up before you came in? Yes. Don't worry about it. Go ahead and let me hear your strings, and let's hear if we're in sync. I would say we're pretty good there. All right. Fingers crossed, but I think we're all right. You want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take it from the top. Now, you've got that beginning part by yourself, and then I come in, and then you just keep rotating. Now, when I get toward the end, I'll say something to you, because we've never counted out how many times you have to play that bass part yet.
Right.
This will give us a chance to count it out.
Yeah, I've been just kind of trying to listen for the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... There you go. Play it with you, because you've never done these videos with me, and so you're a little stiff. So let me loosen you up and play the beginning part with you, and then I'll go on without you, and you repeat.
That works.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Here we go. This might come in. We'll come back to that. So we ended all right on that. I did not come in on my solo. No, I didn't come in on the second part right.
Yeah.
I missed
and then
my
I
second.
totally forgot about you did that last strum there, and I was
So
like,
what?
oh, okay.
So what I'm trying to tell you, like I tell you in every video, is nobody's perfect. I'm certainly not perfect, and my star student, well, I can't blame you because you don't
like a star.
You don't. We haven't counted how many times you're supposed to play that. So as far as you knew, we were done. And I did count myself into that solo, which threw you off.
Yeah,
that's what threw you off. All right, let's do it again.
Basically, trying to hear it and go along with it. So
let's do it one more time all the way from the top and see if I can get into that second part for our audience, for our students practicing along with us at home.
Okay.
Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and. the only thing missing from that would be, you did good. The only thing missing from that would be the third part, which would be the dulcimer part, or the dulcimer part. Yeah, you need to bring in a dulcimer to play this dulcimer arrangement. Anyway, it's the chords, the rhythm, okay? And that could be really a cool part. You can do something as simple as 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or even your boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom. Now, if you watch through this entire video, you're going to get a really big bonus because I'm going to show you what I would do. First of all, I like my chords in the shapes that I call inversions, where I've got for my D chord, I'd have a 4 on the bass, a 3 on the middle string, and a 2 on the melody string. So it sounds like that. Likewise, when I go to my B minor, it's going to be the 7-5-5 bass starting the bass. My G will be a 5-3-3. My A will be a 6+, 4-4, like that. Now, when I keep all of my fingers on the strings, let me turn this thing off for just a minute, because I listen to it all day long, so I forget that it's there. But I'm sure it's annoying to you guys. Kong, kong, kong. I live my whole life like that. Kong, kong.
I live with a percussionist.
You live with a percussionist. I go grocery shopping and like, I want that turkey. Yes, that looks like a turkey. 2 and 3 and. Okay, so back to these chords. Now, what I do is I use closed chords. What does that mean? It means I've got a finger on every string. So in other words, I'm going to play my D like this, not this. Okay? The advantage I have to doing it that way is I can release my strings, in other words, lift up my fingers when I want that to be real staccato sounding, really choppy. Like that, okay? There's 2 ways to look at this technique. I teach my banjo players how to play this all day long because the banjo players play what are referred to as chops. So we can call these chops if we want. You can think of it this way. You want to press down when you want the chord to sound. I press down, okay? Or you can think of it this way, and believe me, it makes a difference in the way you think about it. It's the same thing exactly, but one way will work for some people, one way will work for the other. Okay? You can think of it like this. You strike the chord and you lift up when you want the chord to stop. All right? So listen to what I just said because it's bizarre, but believe me, it works. Think of it one of 2 ways. One will work for you, one way won't work for you. It means exactly the same thing. Press down when you want the chord to sound. Okay? Lift up when you want the chord to stop. Same difference. Okay? Now, I'm going to do a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a really highly syncopated pattern. It's a 1 and 2 and 4 and. I miss my strings on the 3. I keep my hand going constantly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, like that. But I'm going to skip the strings on the 3rd beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, when I get really carried away, I might be skipping strings on some other beats too, but I can't count that far. So this is what the first intro to this song will sound like if you're the chord player. 2, 3, 4, 1. You want to join me on the bass? 2, 3, 4, and. One more time. That's good. So you hear a lot of slaps that keep the rhythm. So I'm actually hitting the strings, but I'm lifting up on my fingers so it sounds muted. Now this is not an easy technique at all, so don't think that you're going to get this right out of the gate. See how my hand's always moving? Okay.
And I couldn't do that at all the other day.
You couldn't do it all, but you could
Yeah,
do it now.
remember?
Yeah. It's not easy. It's even for my star student, it's not easy. So give yourself some time, be really patient. Let's wave to the camera, and that's how I know that we're going to sign out. And smile, and then I'll wait for a second, and I'll turn it off so that they won't see me going like that.
beat.